It's now again. Welcome back to It's Now Again, the podcast where we explore mindfulness practices from a secular, evidence-based perspective. I'm your host, Jeremy West, and today we're going to explore a fascinating aspect of the mind: how thoughts seem to think themselves. Have you ever noticed how, without any effort on your part, thoughts just pop into your head? It's as if they have a life of their own, coming and going, often without any deliberate action on your part. Today, we'll explore this phenomenon and how mindfulness can help you observe these thoughts without getting caught up in them. One of the most intriguing aspects of the mind is that thoughts seem to arise spontaneously. You might be going about your day when suddenly a memory from years ago appears in your mind, or you start worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet. These thoughts can lead to a cascade of emotions and reactions, influencing your mood, your actions, and even your sense of self. But where do these thoughts come from? And do we really need to believe and act on every thought that arises? Mindfulness offers us a way to step back and observe this process without getting entangled in it. By cultivating mindful awareness, we can create space between our thoughts and our awareness, allowing us to see thoughts for what they really are: mental events that arise and pass away on their own, without necessarily reflecting reality or requiring our attention. To better understand this, think of your mind as a clear blue sky. Your thoughts are like clouds that pass through the sky. Some clouds are light and fluffy, drifting by without much impact, while others are dark and stormy, bringing turbulence with them. But no matter how many clouds appear, the sky itself remains unchanged. Similarly, your awareness, the part of you that observes your thoughts, remains clear and constant, no matter how many thoughts pass through your mind. One of the key insights of mindfulness is recognizing that you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are just one aspect of your experience, and they don't define who you are. By observing your thoughts mindfully, you can begin to see them as temporary, ever-changing events, rather than fixed truths or reflections of your identity. To illustrate the idea of thoughts thinking themselves, I want to share a story called The Monkey Mind. In a small village, there lived a monk who was known for his deep wisdom and calm demeanor. One day, a young man approached the monk seeking advice on how to find peace in his life. The young man said, "My mind is like a restless monkey, constantly jumping from one thought to another. No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to control it. How can I find peace?" The monk smiled and replied, "Imagine that your mind is indeed a monkey, jumping from tree to tree, chattering and making noise. Now, instead of trying to catch the monkey or stop it from jumping, simply sit quietly and observe it. Watch how the monkey jumps from one thought to the next, how it pauses and then leaps again. Over time, you will see that the monkey begins to settle down on its own, and in that stillness, you will find peace." The story reminds us that trying to control or suppress our thoughts often leads to more agitation. In fact, one study shows that we have over 50,000 thoughts a day. Imagine trying to stop or control 50,000 thoughts. Nah. Instead, mindfulness invites us to observe our thoughts with curiosity and non-judgment, allowing them to rise and fall naturally without resistance. By doing so, we create a sense of inner calm and clarity, even amidst the constant activity of the mind. Now that we've explored the concept of thoughts thinking themselves, let's talk about some practical mindfulness techniques you can use to observe your thoughts and create space between your awareness and your mental chatter. Number 1, practice thought watching. One of the simplest mindfulness practices is to sit quietly and watch your thoughts as they arise. Imagine that you're sitting by the side of a busy road, watching cars, thoughts, pass by. Instead of jumping in the car and going for a ride, you simply observe each thought as it comes and goes. Notice how thoughts appear out of nowhere, linger for a moment, and then disappear. This practice helps you develop the ability to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Number 2, label your thoughts. As you watch your thoughts, you can take a step further by labeling them. For example, when a thought arises, you might label it as planning, worrying, remembering, or judging. This simple act of labeling creates a degree of separation between you and the thought, helping you see it as just another mental event rather than something you need to engage with. Number 3, use the RAIN technique. The RAIN technique is a powerful mindfulness practice that can help you work with difficult thoughts and emotions. RAIN stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. When a challenging thought arises, first recognize it for what it is, then allow the thought to be there without trying to push it away. Investigate the thought with curiosity. Where is it coming from? And what is it trying to tell you? Finally, nurture yourself with compassion, recognizing that thoughts are just thoughts and they don't define you. Number 4, return to the breath. When you notice that you've become caught up in a thought, gently bring your attention back to your breath. The breath is a powerful anchor that helps you stay grounded in the present moment. Each time you return to the breath, you strengthen your ability to disengage from unhelpful thoughts and reconnect with your awareness. Number 5, as I talk about often, you can set an intention for thought awareness. Set a daily intention to observe your thoughts with mindfulness and curiosity. You might frame this intention as a question: how many more ways can I continue to observe my thoughts with clarity and non-judgment even more? This intention will help guide your mindfulness practice and support you in cultivating a deeper understanding of your mind. Mindfulness helps us see that thoughts are just thoughts, temporary, ever-changing, and often beyond our control. By observing our thoughts with curiosity and non-judgment, we can create space between our awareness and our mental chatter, allowing us to experience greater clarity, peace, and freedom. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you found some valuable insights into the nature of thoughts and how mindfulness can help you observe them without getting caught up in the mental chatter. If you're interested in going deeper into your mindfulness practice or need personalized guidance in working with your thoughts, I offer one-on-one coaching sessions where we can explore these topics together. Visit jeremywest.net for more information. You can also check out my new Pay What You Want Patreon at jeremywest.net, where you'll find a growing library of mindfulness practices, including guided meditations to support your journey of self-discovery and mental clarity. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with others who might benefit, and rate the podcast. Your support helps us reach more people and continue exploring these important topics together. Until next time, keep practicing, keep growing, and remember, it's now again